just challenge the curiosity and possibility so that it helps in nurturing the thought of innovation rather than just finding patterns of the past.
No, absolutely. Like, I was at Singularity University in the Bay Area, I think in 2019. And it was an eye-opening thing for me. I think in many ways that contributed to me starting Deserve. There was this, we were a bunch of like 50, 60 folks. And there was this futurism class, okay? And there was no reading material, nothing given in advance. So we didn't know what we were going in for. The professor walked in. She divided the team and the group into like 10 groups and said that you pick one concept and explore that to its next level and the next level and so on. So I'll give you an example. She gave my team the concept of driverless cars. Right now, what does driverless cars mean? Driverless cars, one way of thinking about them is that you won't need to drive anymore. Therefore, you will have free time. But there is also another angle to it, which is that if there are driverless cars, will you need to own a car or not? Right? So that is the next level effect, because if it's a driverless car, there is no shortage of drivers anymore and cars are easily available. Why do we have a problem getting an Uber or an Ola? Is because the driver is not available, not the car is not available, right? So if drivers were not a bottleneck, then you will have any amount of cars available. Therefore, the moment you walk out, you will get a car. Therefore, you will not own a car. What will it mean for companies which lend against cars and so on and so forth, right? So, and that for me was a very eye-opening thing, in that you look at one thing and explore what it means. And I wish like our kids were enabled to think like that. Like take the like button on Instagram, right? And then what? Like, so what will happen if the designer who introduced a like button, he was asked, okay, so what will happen? So people will chase likes. So what will happen? So people will spend more time on Instagram. So what will happen? They will try and look better on Instagram, and so on and so forth, right? Imagine the implication of that one feature, which was a like button. Right?
So just having this thought process of what will happen next, like that one like button will breed an entire generation which is wanting validation constantly on everyday basis.